Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. In my previous talk, I shared my experience as the manager of a bank. In the current talk on professional experience, I want to share an anecdote on cost management. This anecdote happened in early 2000. The general manager of the plant had been giving MIS in the form of a short form report to board of directors indicating the monthly activity, quantity produced, quantity sold, cost of production, cost of sales, and margin. When the corporate office of the company prepared the financial records, they found that the plant working results actually revealed losses and not profit. The managing director of the company, when he got this MIS from the corporate office, he wanted me to visit the plant and check if the cost record workings of the plant are in order, and whether really surplus is there, margin is there, and how the margin had become loss as per the financial record. I visited the plant and verified the dockets prepared by the costing executive. They were all prepared in a very systematic way. For every batch there was a separate docket, and for every customer a separate docket was there indicating the quantity produced and sold, the selling price, sales value, the cost of material consumed, employee cost based on activity based costing, power cost based on activity based costing, direct expenses, apportionment of factory overheads on the basis of different cost drivers, then apportionment of administrative overheads based on sales value. The costing records indicated margin generated in the different orders. The cost executive informed me that he will prepare the docket as soon as a particular sale is completed, and the production cost details regarding the cost of production are taken from daily production report generated and approved by batch supervisors. The batch supervisors were also called for discussion. They explained how they prepare the daily report. The cost of material consumed, whatever figures they had indicated for each docket, I picked up on a random basis some of the dockets and checked with the issue of materials by the source department. The issue of materials as per source department quantity and value did not tally with the cost of materials as per the production report. The batch supervisor explained that he will be taking the cost of materials actually used in production, excluding the cost of materials lost by way of wastage. Then he also informed that wastages are in the range of 8 to 15%. Now we came to know the reason for a difference in working results between the costing records and the financial records. In costing records, they have not accounted for wastage. In financial record, cost of wastage is also taken as part of cost of material consumed. Then I impress upon the plant supervisors that so much money is lost in wastage. Why not we aim for zero defect? Those were days Six Sigma is becoming very popular throughout the world. But somehow or other the plant supervisors were under the impression that wastages cannot be avoided, and they thought up to 10% wastage it will be there. It took me quite some time to convince them that every percentage is crucial for the company to earn margin, and more than 1 or 2% of wastage is very high. Having said that, and having identified that the reason for the difference in profit between the costing records and the financial records, my next aim was to see how to get over the production wastage. I counseled them on Kaizen YY analysis. On a test basis, on a random sample basis, we took a few production batch report, calculated yield, calculated input output ratio in different batches. There was a substantial variation in the yield of a production between different batches. The production batch supervisors did not have any clue why there is so much variation. That should not happen because the process is standardized. Everything is standardized. There cannot be difference in the result. They speculated that it could be due to substantial fluctuation in power. But then I was not convinced with what they said. It was merely an excuse to blame some external factors for internal inefficiency. Then we started developing this YY analysis. We tried to see who are the suppliers of materials. The cost of material consumed formed a substantial percentage of the total cost. When we analyzed the sourcing of the material, it was seen that materials had been purchased from about 10 suppliers, and out of these 10 suppliers, materials received from 2 suppliers and used in production had caused greater wastage. Materials received from about 4 suppliers and used in production had given fairly reasonable yield. Others were average. So it could be established that the quality of material received from those 2 suppliers had been the main reason, had been the source of material wastage and unnecessary cost incurred in wastage, resulting in low margin. Having established the truth, the plant was guided to have a detailed discussion with those two suppliers, so that they could improve the quality of the material supplied to the plant, and quality of production could be maintained. Thank you.